It's travel day. We're off to Munich today. So last day in Zurich, and we're about to get on a 5-hour train. Another normal train day. Getting our vlog on. There goes our underground train. We're in Munich. Welcome to Munich. Hello friends, here we are, we're in Munich, just walking the streets, going to the shops to get some supplies. We've settled into our little apartment there. Train was pretty good. Went the wrong way the whole way, but it was 90 minutes delayed. Ironically, the guy in the Lego store gave us a heads up that German trains are notorious for running late. So we just caught our first tram in the background. Psycho driver. I don't know how many times we almost fell off of our seats or fell over. It was pretty interesting. Had a chat to a local. She was very pleasant actually, spoke very good English. Told us that that tram line had an accident yesterday and her friend is in hospital, emergency care. So let's try and survive. That's the main goal for today. On our way to the market. We've made the market, our first market in Germany. We're in the Munich market, don't know what it's called. Beer garden. Trying my first pretzel, it's already delicious. In the middle of the English garden. It's pretty empty at the moment, but we're going to go for a little walk, maybe get a bite to eat. This is Dodger's Alley. During World War II, locals used this laneway to avoid saluting the Nazi memorial nearby. Today, the Golden Cobblestone Trail is a powerful reminder of the quiet resistance and the courage of ordinary people. The Munich residence was home to Bavarian royalty for over 400 years. With lavish rooms, priceless art and stunning courtyards, it's one of Germany's most impressive palaces. The keen eyes will see that in the courtyard, only one wall is actually intact. Right in the heart of Hofgarten stands the Diana Temple, a beautiful dome pavilion dedicated to the Roman goddess Diana. Musicians often perform here, creating an incredible atmosphere that makes this one of Munich's most charming spots. This striking building is Bavarian State Chancellery, where the state's government is based. Its historic dome blends beautifully with the modern architecture, creating one of Munich's most unique and impressive landmarks. This solemn memorial honours Bavarian soldiers who lost their lives in World War I. It's a peaceful place for reflection, reminding visitors of sacrifices made during one of history's darkest chapters. The twin towers of the Frauen Church is Munich's most recognisable landmark. This iconic cathedral was watched over the city for more than 500 years and offers incredible views for those willing to climb to the top. Step inside and you'll discover the beautiful white interiors that make it one of Munich's most breathtaking churches. Welcome to Mariaplatz, the vibrant heart of Munich. This lively square has been the city centre for centuries and is surrounded by incredible architecture, street performers, shops and plenty of Bavarian atmosphere. Here stands the spectacular Neuschwanstein, which is with its stunning Gothic architecture and the traditional glockenspiel show. Germany's courthouses. Walking back at the end of our walking tour, heading back home, taking in the last scenery of Munich before tomorrow, where we've got a day trip out to Romantic Road. We're starting our tour at Harburg Castle, one of Germany's best preserved medieval castles with more than 900 years of history. As we head inside, it's hard not to be amazed by the towering walls that have stood strong through centuries of history. The medieval fortress is incredibly elegant with beautiful gardens and architecture. It's easy to see why this has always been the spiritual heart of the castle. We're climbing the water tower and making our way along the defensive walls. The views from up here are incredible, and it's easy to understand why this castle was almost impossible to conquer. As we walk the battlements, you can still see the narrow arrow slits and defensive openings. Every part of these walls is designed to protect the castle while giving defenders the perfect advantage. We're now inside the old courtroom where justice is delivered centuries ago. This room witnessed important trials, decisions and punishments, giving us a fascinating glimpse into medieval life. Next, we're exploring the armoury, filled with swords, armour and weapons that once protected the castle. It's incredible imagining knights preparing for battle right here. Things get much darker as we enter the prison tower and dungeon. With barely any light and almost no comfort, this is definitely not somewhere you'd want to ever be locked away. What a contrast! We've now entered the Prince's Hall, where grand celebrations and important gatherings take place. This room really showcases the wealth and prestige of the castle's noble family. It was an incredible experience exploring Harburg Castle. From medieval defences and dark dungeons to grand halls and spectacular views, every room tells another chapter of its 900-year history. If you're visiting Bavaria, add this one to your journey. It's more than a fortress, it's a remarkable bit of history. This is our tour group. It's massive. We've arrived in Rothenburg today. It's a pretty big tour day today. We're going to get the famous Insta-pic very shortly, and we'll see what this town has in store for us. As we walk the cobblestone roads of Rothenburg, it feels like we've stepped straight into a fairy tale movie set. Travelling back over 700 years as we take in the medieval towers, winding laneways, century-old stone walls, and with its colourful buildings around every corner. We continue up the road to one of the most photographed spots along Romantic Road, the Plough. It's easy to see why this is one of Germany's most pictured destinations. Soon we arrive in the market square where our exploration of this village starts. That's the information centre, and you've got the town hall and then some shops. This is Rothenburg. And this is where we got lunch. Oh, it's pretty warm here today, but that breeze is delicious. We're heading down to the garden area where we can enjoy our focaccia and our warm cola. It's not very ice cold here. Oop, have a look at this thing. Here we go. This place is unbelievable. Every corner you turn, there's another colour row of buildings. It's magical. There's about 12,000 people that live here. Alright, see you later. Here we are, short little walk down into the gardens where we hope to enjoy our lunch. Oops. There we go. A lovely guy playing. Cottage at the base of the medieval part of Rothenburg, the dark past of Germany. That's the memorial stone for the Jewish community here in Rothenburg. 450 Jewish citizens basically lost their lives. It's right next to the church. Okay peeps, it's going to be a long video, but this is what I'm hoping my house looks like in December this year. So we'll pop in here and we'll get a couple of ideas. Could be my house. A couple of Christmas trees. Wow. Hey. Just looks like my Christmas tree back at home. This is Roy's back room. So it's good enough for Rick Steves. It must be good enough for us.
It's another beautiful day here today in, where are we? I can't remember. Where
Munich.
are we? Munich. Where are we off to today, Roy?
The Neuschwanstein, the Neuschwanstein Castle. I don't know.
Hopefully by the end of today we've heard it enough times we know how to pronounce
The
it.
Neuschwanstein. The Neuschwanstein.
Okay, it's where Cinderella Castle came from. Anyway, we'll see you later.
As our journey started to Bavaria's most iconic fairytale castle, I noticed the trailer parking on the slip roads. Plenty of them. Soon enough we arrived in the beautiful village of Schwangau, and this little church sitting against the backdrop of the Alps is St. Coloman Church. It was built in the 17th century. It's a good little place to stop and see the castle in the distance. No time for our bus to pull over, but we're able to see the castle with the mountain backdrop from the windows. After arriving, we were on our own to start exploring. We headed towards the Alpine Lake, stopping into the boutique shops on the way. We managed to get a glimpse of the Neuschwanstein Castle before arriving at the edge of the crystal clear water of the Alpsee Lake. We trekked up towards the Neuschwanstein Castle. The walk itself is part of the adventure, with beautiful forest paths and amazing views appearing around every corner. The castle was originally built in the 12th century. It was once home to the medieval knights of the village. By the 19th century, the castle had fallen into ruins until it was purchased by King Maximilian II of Bavaria, the father of King Ludwig II. Maximilian rebuilt the castle in a neo-Gothic style during the 1830s, transforming it into the family's summer residence. The scenery from the courtyard feels like something from a storybook, and this is where young Ludwig II spent much of his childhood, surrounded by stories of medieval knights, legends, and romantic landscapes. These early experiences had a huge influence on the Ludwig and later inspired him to create his own dream castle. Like most other tourists, we braved Mary's Bridge, standing 90 metres above the gorge to get one magical picture, a video and a selfie before navigating our way off the bridge. Let's just say some people have no idea. After about a further 10-minute walk, we paused to look back at the beautiful landscape, and soon we arrived at the Neuschwanstein Castle, standing high above the valley. The castle was commissioned by King Ludwig II of Bavaria, with construction beginning in 1869, but the castle was never fully complete. Ludwig wanted it to be his personal retreat, a place where he could escape the reality and surround himself with medieval-inspired architecture, romantic artwork, and the scenes from the operas of Richard Wagner, who he greatly admired. Inside, you can see Ludwig's imagination brought to life, from the magnificent throne room, hallways, artworks, and his bedroom with its incredible wood carvings, which took master craftsmen years to complete. Ludwig only spent a short time living here before his mysterious death in 1886. Shortly after, the castle was opened to the public and has since become one of Germany's most famous attractions, welcoming millions of visitors from around the world. On a side note, no photography is allowed inside, and I've used stock photos for this video. Finishing the day off with a pad thai. Get into my belly.